Hello, esteemed viewers. I'm called Emmanuel Wandera. Welcome to today's session where I'm going to be taking you through a brief demonstration how Zohobooks integration works with EFRIS. Most of you who don't know EFRIS or who may know it, EFRIS is an acronym for standing for Electronic Physical Receipting and Invoicing System. It is a URS system which is responsible for generating e-invoices and receipts. So basically, URA came out and passed a law where all VAT registered users are supposed to integrate their various accounting systems with EFRIS. So you make your transactions in your accounting system and you should be able to submit it to EFRIS without you having to come this side and log in. Previously, I've made videos for integration with QuickBooks Online, QuickBooks Desktop. I've made videos for Tally. Now I'm back with another video, which is Zohobooks. And we have realized there is a high number of clients now who are migrating probably from other accounting systems to Zoho because of its simplicity in using and what they offer. So I've come here to briefly take you through a few things you are able to achieve with the integration for Zohobooks with your EFRIS. This is how the Zohobooks account looks like. This is how it looks like, your dashboard. Now for URA, there are these two things. One, for you to be able to generate a physical invoice, if you offer services, you need to first register your service, then you go ahead and generate an invoice. If you deal in stockable items or inventory, you go ahead and register your item name, you go ahead and add stock, then you can go ahead and invoice. So basically what I'm going to take you through right now is how do you register your items to EFRIS from Zoho. Let's say that is a service and an inventory. Then for inventory, how do you add stock from Zoho to your EFRIS account? Then I'm also going to take you through how are you able to generate an invoice in Zoho and submit one at EFRIS. So when you come to Zoho, we have a module for items here. So when you come to items, this is how it looks like. But to cut the story short is that when we are integrating Zoho, we add the functionality within Zoho itself. We add the functionality within, then for you can be able to do what? To do the invoicing and everything. So I'm going to open this first item. Now when I open this first item, for some of you who have Zoho, you realize at this point here you don't have this button. So we added the functionality of EFRIS here, and now we have these buttons. We have one, register item with URA. Secondly is to register the opening stock from this item. Then thirdly is to go ahead, the third button is to decrease stock. So we added these buttons in Zoho and we give them functionality. When you click on edit item, there are other fields which we add. We added this field which it defines like which category at EFRIS should this product belong when it reaches there. So you need to specify the code for the category at EFRIS, specify the unit of measure, You specify if it has excise tax or no. Then you go ahead and save. So after saving, when you have specified those ones, you'll just come here and click on this button and it will send. This is going to give you an error. Why? Because we don't have its category. So we add functionality here in Zoho where you go ahead and you can register your items and do this. Then for purchases, we also come to purchases. When you come to a purchase, let's say this, I'm going to open it. We add this this button. Now this is used for adding stock at the portal. So you go ahead and receive your bill in Zoho. After receiving your bill and your items already configured with EFRIS, you just click on increase stock and this will be submitted to URA in real time. And you're done with that. The other side, we had register opening stock. We have to register a new item, and we also have this. Now for those ones whose items are already configured on EFRIS, now for your work is simplified. The only thing you have to do is use the same what URA calls my product code. In Zoho they call it the SKU. So what you have at URA as the product code is what you should use in Zoho as the SKU, and that's all. The moment you set up your items and map them like that, you are ready to go. You're ready to invoice and proceed. The other thing which looks more nice and interesting is on invoices for Zoho. The invoicing is good. So you go ahead and create your invoice. But as we did other fields, we also added fields here for a button for physicalize. So physicalize, this is sending this to URA. And now you see this transaction, it has a reference number for Zoho, it has the date. So when you submit this to URA and it is successful, what the system does, we pick the FDN from Zoho, from URA, we pick the verification code from URA, we pick the QR code from URA and add it on this very receipt. We add it on this very receipt. Let's say I come here, you have your items and you click on and you proceed. What the system does, now this transaction has been submitted to URA. You see this? So when you come and check here, we now have the FDN, same receipt. We have the verification code and at the bottom we have the QR code. So you have one receipt which is a physical receipt or a tax invoice, which is nice. And you can't achieve this using QuickBooks, but you can achieve it using Zoho. Everything looks smooth. So for those of you who are out there, maybe you have been reached out or URA has communicated with that you need to integrate and you're looking for a suitable system that can make you achieve what you want, I recommend Zoho. So we handle integrations for QuickBooks, online desktop, point of sale. We handle integrations for Zoho. We handle integrations for Tally. And for those of you who are there, you have a supermarket. Yeah, you have a gym. You have a liquor store. And you want something that is flexible. We have our product which we call the WEAF point of sale. Now that point of sale, like You realize, as I've said, for Zoho, you were able to achieve this where you have one invoice and you will be able to send it to URA. Now, you can't achieve this using QuickBooks, either online or desktop or point of sale, and there are so many other systems you can't achieve. So we have our point of sale, which contains all these functionalities. It is simplified, easy to use. If you have your scanners, you can use it, or you can create one transaction. If you want to submit URA, if you want to leave but the transaction is there, it is also available. So for Zoho, you have an integration that you feel like you need to have it handled. We are available to give you something classic and smooth. These integrations are not one-off. So there is an initial integration cost, which is always a bit higher for the first time, and then there is a renewal value that runs every single year. So the renewal value is always a bit lower compared to the first time integration cost. Feel free to email, WhatsApp, those numbers on the description, and you can also check our account, our channel, for more videos regarding EFRIS integration. And if you're there, you have your own custom system that you feel like you'd want to incorporate QuickBooks, maybe integration within, we are available. You can as well contact us and evaluate the costs and tell you what is required, and once the terms are met, you take up the assignment. Thank you once again for watching. God bless you.